Coming up on MTN 4:30 News, the Senate voting for the fourth time on the Republican proposal to fund the government through November 20th and the end to the government shutdown. We'll tell you where things stand. Plus, a week after 42 dogs were rescued from a home in Yellowstone County, we talked to Sheriff Linder about the case and the care for the dogs.
For the most part, they're doing good. They're in a safe environment.
And as a Montana woman trains for the New York City Marathon next month, she shares who she's really running for and why. Your MTN 4:30 News starts right now. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Mack Carmack. It's now day 3 of the federal government shutdown, and as of now, there is no end in sight. Earlier today, the Senate voted for the fourth time to keep the government funded into late November, with 52 voting in favor and 46 against. In order to pass, there needs to be at least 60 votes in favor. Now, the Senate is expected to adjourn for the weekend, and efforts will continue once again on Monday. CBS's Erica Brown has more details on the shutdown and today's vote from Capitol Hill.
The White House says layoffs of some federal workers are needed as the government shutdown continues.
Nobody wants to do that, but sometimes in government you have to make tough decisions.
The Trump administration is also targeting some Democratic-led cities and states during the shutdown. Earlier this week, the White House put a hold on $18 billion in funding for transit projects in New York. And Friday morning, Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought announced on social media that $2 billion in projects for Chicago is being frozen.
Russ Vought is doing what he's been tasked to do in the midst of this government shutdown, which is to look at funds that need to be temporarily halted or need to be canceled. And Chicago is just another example of that.
Friday, the Senate voted once again and failed to move forward with a short-term spending bill to fund the government until mid-November, extending the government shutdown.
The yeas are 54 and the nays are 44.
Republicans picked up 3 votes, but the bill still fell short of the 60 needed to advance the legislation. Most Democrats are holding out for an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies and a rollback of cuts to Medicaid.
I'm confident that it is a righteous fight to keep health care premiums from going up for tens of millions of families.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says discussions are underway with some Democrats to vote for the bill.
I don't know how many times they're going to give them a chance to vote no, and hopefully over the weekend they'll have a chance to think about it.
The next vote is not expected until Monday, which would be day 6 of the shutdown. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Police in Michigan are giving an update to Sunday's deadly shooting and fire at a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints chapel in Michigan. They released a 40-second video showing officers running to the scene as gunshots are heard. They yell for the shooter to drop his weapon. He does not, and eventually police open fire, killing him. Authorities say 40-year-old Thomas Sanford smashed his pickup truck into the chapel and began shooting before lighting the church on fire. The shots and fire took the lives of 4 people, in addition to fundraisers for the victims in the Michigan church. A member of the LDS faith in Utah started a fundraiser for the wife and family of the shooter. Organizers raised $300,000 for the family, saying one of the shooter's sons has medical issues that requires ongoing treatment. Hip-hop artist Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to 4 years in prison today following his conviction on prostitution-related charges. Back in July, the music mogul was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution linked to 2 of his ex-girlfriends and was acquitted on the more serious charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. Earlier this week, Combs submitted a letter to the judge apologizing for his past wrongdoings, and today in court, he cried after his sentencing, saying that he has been humbled and broken to the core. Now to a Q2 follow-up on the rescue of 42 dogs by the Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office. Deputies gained access last week to a home near 12 Mile Road in Shepherd and seized the dogs. They say the animals were dirty and many were not in good condition. The adult dogs and puppies were moved and have been getting medical care. Today we asked Yellowstone County Sheriff Mike Linder about how the dogs were doing in an update to the case.
For the most part, they're doing good. They're in a safe environment. They've got fresh food and water a couple of times a day, if not more, and they seem to be happy. I mean, they're doing good, and they have room to get around and get a little bit of exercise now, not like they had before, and. It's just trying to keep the volunteers and those that are working to keep from putting them in their pocket and taking them home. So.
The county attorney's office was expected to file charges today in district court. We'll tell you what those documents allege as soon as we get them. The Turning Point USA Tour is planning to come to the state next week at MSU in Bozeman. It's the tour Charlie Kirk was on at the time he was shot and killed at Utah Valley University. The event in Montana will feature Governor Greg Gianforte and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. The free event will take place in the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. According to MSU, the field house will be configured to seat 3,300 people. Tickets are free and more information is available on our website. According to the AARP, the average family spends more than $7,000 a year taking care of aging parents, which is about 26% of their average annual income. Those numbers come from a 2021 survey, which asked 2,400 family caregivers about how much they were spending to take care of their elderly. The AARP also reported that the COVID-19 pandemic only expedited these costs, with more than 40% of surveyed participants saying the pandemic made life more difficult for these families. Medical students here in Billings at Rocky Vista University gave back to the community earlier this week in a partnership with Eagle Mount, a nonprofit organization that provides adaptive activities for people with disabilities. As our Isabel Sparks report, the day wasn't only filled with fun, but it was an opportunity for students to learn valuable skills on how to interact with patients they may later encounter one day.
In the world of exams and finals,
in medical school, it can really be a little cutthroat sometimes.
A moment of joy is vital.
Everybody's trying to do their best. I've seen some people relax a little bit and show their true colors.
Rocky Vista University second-year medical student Caleb Moretz got that moment of relief on Monday when he and nearly 30 others spent the evening volunteering with Eagle Mount.
It's good for the medical school and then for all of the future medical students coming after us. It just kind of builds those connections.
Eagle Mount serves more than 600 people with disabilities in the community and plans adaptive field trips to give them meaningful and fulfilling life experiences.
In a setting like this, people really have the opportunity for their strengths, their interests, their abilities to shine.
Executive Director Lynn Maloney Cabrera says this trip was their second time partnering with the school's Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Club. The medical students prepared several stations, like creating slime and cornhole, to more educational opportunities like identifying bones and splint making.
Wow, isn't that cool? We had a bone box that we all use as students to study with, but it's a really cool interactive study tool.
21-year-old Rayla Dement enjoyed the experience.
You know what this is? The foot. A bony foot.
But for students like Kate Traylor and Kayla Conrad, they say the impact goes beyond academics.
It gives us something to get us out of our normal study routine and reminds us of, why we're in med school and why we're becoming physicians.
It's an experience that will help them in their future careers and better see those with disabilities as not just cases, but as people.
I think the interpersonal connection is what makes you a good physician, and it's something that requires a lot of practice that a lot of people don't even think about.
Because when we work together through inclusion, our differences often disappear.
I think we get stuck in textbooks a lot. You're reading something, and until you put it to a face and really realize that this is truly something that it goes on in the world, it really opens up your eyes.
Just that continued escalation of the sense of community and a place, just a place for belonging.
In Billings, Isabel Sparks, MTN News.
Well, after a fairly quiet Friday morning for much of our area, the clouds are already starting to increase in our sky. We've had some spotty rain showers trying to fall, but not much in our rain gauges just yet. Now, for far southeastern Montana and northeastern Wyoming, it's been mainly just a mixture of clouds and sunshine. But then you head further to the west, we've also had a lot more clouds and some light amounts of rain. Again, the brunt of this incoming storm is not even here yet. We've had some spotty showers from southern parts of Sweetgrass County all the way down toward Cody. We had some rain showers moving through, but just trace amounts of rain thus far, and that is pushing now into parts of Bighorn County and southern parts of Yellowstone County. But again, we'll only have isolated showers this evening. Much better chances for rain and snow are coming. Off your complete 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
So to come on your MTN 4:30 news, a Montana woman is preparing to run in the New York City Marathon in 1 month. And the reason she's running isn't just about her, it's also about her sister. We'll explain. And before you make your weekend plans, we'll check in with Jason Stiff. He's tracking some incoming fall weather starting to roll in. Stay with us. Welcome back. Shock and gratitude. Those are the feelings of a Billings woman as she prepares for the November 2nd New York City Marathon. As she trains for the run, she tells her Haley Monaco that it's who she's running for that matters the most.
Oh, good job.
Bailey Boss's life looks different now compared to a year ago.
I was probably about 70 pounds heavier than I am right now. I was just so miserable, which is sad, but I just wanted to feel good again.
Juggling being a new mom and a business owner, she still found the time to work out and eventually began her running journey, sharing her progress online.
9:59. Mile 2. I could not run a mile. It's like, okay, if I did, it was like 13 minutes, and it was hard.
But nothing compares to the loss of her sister-in-law.
Than my husband losing his sister. That's 4, but it's not harder than my mother-in-law losing her only daughter.
Lauren was
That's number 5.
Brilliant, beautiful, healthy.
On October 25th, 2022, Lauren Boss died from sudden cardiac arrest while living in New York.
And I hope I get to see you soon.
She was 21 years old.
And I got a call that her heart just stopped. She was in a parked car.
Now Bailey runs for Lauren and is running in the New York City Marathon with the nonprofit Who We Play For.
We're going to get kids and any athlete an EKG so that they can figure out if they have a pre-existing condition or something that could be prevented.
So that in hopes that this won't happen to anybody else and anybody else's child, or have somebody feel the feelings that we have in our family, because it's horrific.
Bailey is raising money for Who We Play For as she prepares for the marathon with a goal of $5,000.
I think Lauren would be like one of the first people to be excited about this, which is really cool to me. And I can imagine that.
Putting one foot in front of the other for a good cause, with Lauren on her mind every step of the way.
Yeah, I love you and have a great day. And
in Billings, Haley Monaco, MTN News.
And I love you.
Storm Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Jason Stiff.
And good Friday afternoon, number 1, taking a live look outside from Bozeman Pass around the Livingston area. A little bit different weather earlier this morning, dropped down to 38 degrees. It was a foggy start to our Friday, but we also rose back up to the lower 70s, a high of at least 72 degrees today. For Billings, a little bit different story. We were just as mild this morning as the previous morning. We only dropped down to 50 degrees, had a high that was cooler as expected, cooling off compared to yesterday, only 70 degrees. It's going to be a lot cooler than that as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Right now, almost at the high for the day. Currently 69 degrees. The wind coming out of the north at 6 miles an hour. Overall, some generally beautiful weather for us, but it is going to get stormier and certainly wetter and also a lot cooler in just a matter of hours. So you can see the wide discrepancy in the temperatures around the region. Butte has some rain right now, where it's currently 52 degrees. Livingston right now is 71, but then we head to Glendive and Baker, both at 85 degrees. We've had some light rain in Cody, where it's now now back up to 60, and it's 81 degrees in Sheridan. Most of that wind really not a problem, but it is gusty coming out of the north in Glasgow, 29 miles an hour. Everybody else less than 15 miles an hour, and a lot more colors painted on our map now with more winter weather highlights. We have winter weather advisories out, all the areas in purple. That includes the Bighorns and the Wyoming part of the Absarokas and the Beartooths. Then for the Montana part of the Beartooths and the Absarokas, also including the Crazy Mountains, we have a winter storm warning out from tomorrow afternoon through Sunday afternoon. Areas where we have the purple, these are winter weather advisories. That's generally between 6 and 12 inches of snow in the highest elevations, but our winter storm warning areas could easily get in the highest peaks up over a foot of snow. So keep that in mind for traveling. Areas at elevations at Red Lodge or below, likely liquid precipitation instead of the snowy weather. It's not going to be quite that cold just yet until we get to about Monday morning. So lots of clouds already pushing overhead, but much better chances for lower elevation rain and mountain snow are coming. By 6 o'clock, a couple spotty showers, but not much for our rain totals this evening. It's all going to be coming Saturday and early Sunday. So here's Saturday morning. Some more showers already beginning. Some isolated thunderstorms cannot be ruled out, and some more mountain snow. It gets a lot more widespread and more active by the late afternoon and evening hours. A swath of mountain snow to valley rain from West Yellowstone all the way toward Webo County, and still going to be active late Saturday into early Sunday. Colder air coming in. Great Falls, good chance for some snow there. Same thing for Butte as well as Helena early Sunday morning. As far as we get to Sunday afternoon, starting to dry out and clear out, and much less cloud cover for us once we get past Monday. It's also going to start to warm up too. So let's look at our precipitation totals going forward. We'll have some healthy amounts, certainly for the mountains as well. That's going to be mainly snow above 6,000 feet. Below that, we have the potential between 1/3 of an inch and 1 inch of liquid precipitation, and also a good dose of snow for the mountains. And as far as our football games, well, they're out of state this time. Montana State, the Bobcats going down to Flagstaff. A lot of sunshine there where it's going to be 63 degrees. And the Grizzlies, they're indoors in Pocatello, so no rain problems, but it is going to be raining outside, expecting 48 degrees by game time on Saturday. For us tonight, we'll have a few showers here and there. Lows mostly in the 40s and lower 50s. Highs a lot cooler tomorrow, mainly 50s and lower 60s. It's going to be a much cooler weekend and a wetter weekend too, but it's going to start drying out by Sunday night and warming up next week.
67-year-old Ellen Ochoa, the first Latina astronaut in U.S. history, returned to her home in San Diego this summer after making aeronautics history. Scripps News Group reporter Yasmin Ludi sat down with Ochoa at her alma mater, San Diego State University, for this year's Hispanic History Month.
Only takes 8.5 minutes, and we're going 17,500 miles per hour.
I sat down with Ellen Ochoa, listening to the first time she flew to space for a mission.
The actual launch is very exciting. You know, a lot of thrust, and we build up to 3 Gs in about 1.5 minutes or so.
That was 1993. It was a historical moment for the country, launching the first Latina into space. But for Ochoa, the road it took to get there wasn't easy.
I certainly wasn't encouraged to go into that, and in fact there were people who really tried to discourage me. But fortunately, I also always had people who encouraged me, certainly my family.
In order to defy gravity, she'd have to first defy the odds. As a guest speaker at the Latino Legacy Foundation's storytelling series, she shared her journey to the stars, proving the sky is actually the limit.
It's important to counter those, and so that they hear other voices and realize women can do those things. Women have done those things. If that's something that you want to learn more about, you know, now's the time to do it.
The series was created 6 years ago.
It captures the history of the Latinos' contribution to this county, to this state, to this country, and to the world. And we're very proud of it.
The founding vice chair, Richard Ibarra, says the event is an opportunity for the Latino community to see how far they've come and how they too can reach for the stars.
It's really a joy to do that, to bring together leaders and feat them, because everyone in the audience has a story. They're part of it, whether they're recognized in it or not. So it's great to see people coming together.
It's the most wonderful time of year for fall savings and early Christmas shopping. Early October is stacked with spooky goods sales that officially kicked off the holiday shopping season. Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese looks into what to buy this month so you don't waste your money.
Some of the biggest retailers are bringing back some great fall sales this year, making October a great month to start stocking up for the holidays.
April Thomas wants to get an early start on her holiday shopping.
The goal is always to be proactive and to start in October.
She was thrilled to hear about a trio of early sales this month, including Amazon's Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, Target's Circle Week, October 5th through the 11th, and Walmart's Walmart Deals, October 7th through 12th, with early access for Walmart Plus members.
From Monday to Sunday.
This will all be on markdown.
Yes.
Walmart's Matt Goen says it's a good time to upgrade some personal electronics.
HP 16-inch laptop here.
Other top buys, according to Consumer Reports' Samantha Gordon, are kitchen appliances.
If that's something that you need or something you're thinking about buying someone for the holidays, this is a great time to find a good sale on those items.
Smart thermostats.
Smart home products in general, we do see a lot of big sales for, especially Prime Big Deal Days.
And for fall cleanup, yard gear.
Lawnmowers, leaf blowers, string trimmers.
For a major tech gift like a gaming system, Gordon says wait until Black Friday for the lowest prices. Otherwise, if you see a price drop, grab it in October.
There's a lot of gift ideas out right now in the stores that you may want to check out.
So you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
And before we go, here are some stories we're working on for the 5:30 news. With big football games coming up tomorrow for the Grizzlies and the Cats, we'll check in with the MTN sports team to get a preview on what we can expect tomorrow. Plus, the Montana organization wants to make sure that Title IX is followed in the state to protect girls in sports and in private areas. We'll look into the issue. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here later tonight at 5:30 with more news.
It's a